Welcome to another episode of Hayley's Help. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button because we are all super happy to have you on board in Hayley's camp. Okay, so today what we are going to be doing is, this is going to be part of my Move With Me series that I've been doing, and today we are focusing on the hallway, so like the entrance to the property. I am going to be making this over, making it look a lot bigger, showing you different hacks and different tricks to kind of utilise the space if you've got quite a small walkway or entranceway. And also I'm going to be bringing you an exclusive Hayley's Help discount code. The first thing you should do before setting about doing any sort of makeover in your house, or declutter or tidy up or move around in a room, is to make the place completely empty that you're going to be working in. So because we've not long been here, this is pretty much empty anyway, so it wasn't too hard. But some of you might have a lot of stuff that's accumulated in your entrance or in your hallway, and all you just need to do is just shift it out the way for now, and then you can start organising, putting it back in at a later stage during this vlog. Once you've moved everything out of your entrance area, what you need to do is just grab yourself a damp cloth. You don't need it to be soaking wet, but just make it so it's damp. This particular one I've had soaking in bleach. Again, that isn't absolutely necessary. If you'd rather just use a wet cloth, then go ahead and just use water. This has been soaking in bleach though, and that's what I normally use to wipe down my walls. And just give the area a wipe down. So any like scuffs, if I ever have any tiny little scuffs on my walls, I find that if I just rub on them, it just comes off. Obviously check your paint first and make sure that it's paint that is wipeable, because you don't want to then end up wiping any paint off your walls. And just go over everything with your cloth just to give it a quick kind of once over, because what you don't want to be doing is prettying up the area that you're working on, and then you've got to start kind of wiping it all down. It's just going to add more work for you, so it's easier to do it this way once it's kind of bare. Now this particular area, like I said earlier, is quite narrow. So there's kind of like a little box shape area here. And those of you that don't have pin, head over to my Pinterest and you must get it. I can't rate Pinterest enough. It is the best when it comes to getting ideas. So I started setting about, you know, how to utilise the space here. I wanted to make it bigger and make it feel a bit more roomy, because I do feel like the entry point to your home is the one place where people, even if they don't come through, it's the first thing visible that they're going to see. So I do always try and keep the kind of entrance, you know, looking really nice and tidy, because I can't bear the thought of someone knocking and being like, I absolutely don't want to step foot in your house, because I'm terrified. So I like it to kind of give a nice welcoming look. That's what I'm looking for. I like the entrance of my home to be welcoming. And I've said this all before, you're all freaking welcome here. Just not in all of you at once. So with that said, what I've decided to do is I've got a console table that's kind of like a really narrow skinny table just to fit in here, and I've also got a giant mirror. Now the mirror is going to go from the very bottom of the floor. It's going to be a mirror that I'm just going to lean up against the wall. It's not going to be attached to the wall. It's going to be a leaning mirror against the wall, and then the console table is going to go in front of the mirror, and that, fingers crossed, is going to give the illusion of a kind of wider space within the entrance of my property. And with the mirror as well, it's going to make it brighter because it's going to reflect the light. It's quite kind of dingy here at the moment because there's only this small window here. So I'm going to start doing that now, and I am super excited to see how it's going to look at the end. Right, so this is the mirror that I went for. I'm just going to open it up now. I haven't actually opened it yet, so I am so excited to see it in all its, not in the flesh, but in the mirror. So it comes up properly like wrapped, like really, really well wrapped, with the really big bubbles, which I'm so sure my children will spend hours popping open later, and it won't drive me mad at all. This is the mirror here, and I love it so much. It is literally everything I wanted. This is exactly the look I was going for. This particular mirror is from Mirror World, and the discount code for you gorgeous subscribers on the Hayley's Help channel, so don't say I don't ever give you anything, you can get an exclusive 15% off if you use the code within this video. And that is on a whole range of mirrors. So some of you will be like, that's not my bag, and again, that's fine. We're all different, we've all got different styles, and that is what I love about you all. We embrace the differences. So whichever mirror you choose to go for, you can get the 15% off on it. And I will leave a link for this particular one for those of you that did want this one or are interested in getting one. Some of you might not even need a mirror, but if you do, there you go. What I'm going to do now is actually clean the mirror because it does have bits on it. And to do this, we are going to be using again my tea solution. If you are a newbie here and this is the first video that you have been watching, I did do a tutorial on my tea cleaning solution. We kind of paired it up with another branded cleaner, and it turns out the tea solution got rid of the streaks significantly better than the branded product. So check that video out if you haven't done so, and I'm going to now go and clean this lovely mirror. Three, two, one, go! The mirror now looks like. I've cleaned it all up, it's nice and polished, and I really, really, really love it. Already I can see it has definitely started to brighten up this area and made it look, you know, slightly bigger. So I really do like that. I'm really, really impressed by this. But anyway, moving on from that, I'm now going to go and get the console table, which is going to be placed in front of the mirror. And this is where I'm going to start kind of prettying up this area. So it's going to go in front of the mirror, and then I'm going to have little trinkets and stuff. And I might do some plants, I'm not sure yet, on top of that. But we'll work our way through and see. So let's go. Console table that I've gone for. I'm going to add all the links in the description box for you guys as well. This particular console table is from IKEA, and it was dirt cheap. So I just, the thing is, when it came to the table, for me, I do quite like the option of, I think if you're going for a more expensive mirror, you can kind of get away with doing less when it comes to the table that you're going to be placing it behind. So this particular table, I think it was something like £15, which I think is really cheap, and it's exactly the right size. It's exactly what I was looking for. I didn't want anything too busy, you know, like I didn't want anything really kind of bold or that was going to really, really stand out, because that was the purpose of the Gigi mirror. So, yeah, this table's from Ikea, but I will leave the link in the description box for you guys. And now I'm going to set about dressing it up, putting different things on it, just so to give the mirror a nice effect. I'm going to go ahead and add a lampshade in the hallway as well. We all know the lampshades that I love. I literally am a die-hard fan of these. These are again from Ikea. Again, super duper cheap, but they're just amazing. I love them. I think they're so pretty. So another one's going to go in here, so I'm going to pop that up, and at some point I'm potentially going to have some sort of canvas maybe on this side of the wall. I'm undecided about that yet, so I didn't want to go ahead and start like putting canvases up and stuff, just in case I'm not going to stick to that particular idea. I want to see how this pans out first. So let's go and get the little nooks and crannies from my Little Mermaid underwater world. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? And I'm going to start dressing the console unit. Okay, my dolls, so this is what it is finally looking like. I've been playing around with this, probably far too much than I should have, because some of the things that I wanted to use on here, they just didn't quite work. So my advice would be, anyone kind of setting about making over or zhuzhing up a little bit at your entryway, just like play around with a few things, because some things that you might have had in your mind will look nice. So for example here, I liked the idea of having plants. It looked a hot mess. It did not work. It literally looked like, is her home a greenhouse? Have I walked into Charlie Dimmock's place? It just wasn't working. This works a lot better for me anyway, because I just think it just pleases me visually more than the plant did. The plant was just looking not right. So this is what the finished result is. I've put my floaty swishy Ikea lampshade up, which I have over the rest of my house, but I will show you that in my further Move With Me series. And I've just also added, obviously, my candle. This is on quite often because I do like there to be a nice scent in my house. And then to finish it off, I have added this particular book. So I like to add things that are kind of make it personal to me as well, which I think is really nice. And it is the book called This Little Piggy Went to Prada. If you've never read this book before or had it, it is such a delight. Like, I just love it for the illustrations mainly. I literally adore the pictures inside it. And so much so, I have actually made up some canvases around my house with photo box, and the illustrations are from this very book, just because it is my favourite, along with Where's My Unicorn. But I just thought it would be really inappropriate for a 33-year-old to have like unicorn canvases in her front room, so we went with this particular book here. Don't forget, if you want to get any of these mirrors, to use the discount code that I have given you all, and I will be back again next time with some more Hayley's Help shenanigans. And if you did like this video, give it a like. And like I said earlier, don't forget to head over to Pinterest if you haven't done so already, and follow me over on Pinterest. You can have a little moochie through all my boards, and we can buddy up on there as pin friends. And if you haven't also hit the subscribe button, do it now and click the bell so you get notifications. I'll see you all again next time on Hayley's Help. Bye guys. Showing you guys how to clean the base of a bunk bed. mattresses that the base of the bed gets a bit overlooked and neglected, and we think it just isn't indicating. The base of your bed will still come into contact with skin, hairs, or feet even. That then is a haven for bacteria. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Ignore it. You want to do started from the top and now we're here.